They are too intimate with eternal things, vessels of infinite significances. They are too clear, too great, too meaningful. No mist or shadow soothe the vanquished sight, no soft penumbra of incertitude. This only touch a golden hem of bliss. Now here you got bliss. So all that you have seen here is rapture, gladness, joy, ecstasy, all the things. They only touch a small little skirt, hem of bliss. The gleaming shoulder of some godlike hope, the flying feet of exquisite desire, flying feet of exquisite desires. On a slow brink between night and day. So this is early morning twilight, you see, between night and day. They shone like visitants from the morning star, the Venus, morning star. They shone like visitants from the morning star, satisfied beginnings of perfection, first tremulous imaginations of a heavenly world. They mingle in a passion of pursuit, thrilled with a sprays of joy, too slight to tire. All in this world was shadowed forth. So, what she is seeing all around here, they are going through that region, and that world which is there around, it is in that world, all the joyous things only were cast like shadows, not limned like faces living on a fan of fire, or shapes of wonder in a tinted blur, like fugitive lances painting silver mist. Lances which go floating by, painting silver mist. It is kind of reminiscent of the Grecian vases where they have very beautiful pictures, Grecian vases. Vegetable landscapes painted and they become permanent. Here, vision fled back from the sight, alarmed. So when the sight is seeing all that thing, the vision flies back away, alarmed. Oh, what is it I am seeing here? Such beautiful, gleaming, nice, wonderful things around. And sounds sought refuge from the ear's surprise. The ear is also surprised the way they are moving and talking. And all experience was a hasty joy because it's passing quickly. The joy was here snatched were half forbidden things. Well, you cannot really see them. You may like to see them, but they're forbidden. Timorous soul bridles delicately veiled, as when a goddess bosom dimly moves to first desire, and her white soul transfigured, a glimmering hidden cross, a fairy gleam, trembles to expectation's fiery band. But nothing is familiar yet with bliss. So this is a picture of a bridal picture. She in the dress of a bride, and all the tapestry, all the decoration are the bridals of the bride. Joy's here was snatched for half forbidden thing, timorous soul, timorous obviously like a bride, delicately veiled. So she's putting the veil, see? As when a goddess bosom dimly moves. So he has seen a goddess passing through that region and her bosoms are moving. Well, very, very precise picture also, very clear picture also. That is what a young bride would feel at that moment, you see. As when a goddess bosom dimly moves to first desire and a wide soul transfigured. What is her first desire? Her first desire is the union with her lover. And that is the white soul, and in that the white soul is transfigured. Because normally the bridal dress is pure swan white. A glimmering Eden crossed by fairy gleams. Now here fairy, they put F-A-E-R-Y instead of F-A-I-R-Y, which is quite all right. Tremors to expectations of fiery wind, but nothing is familiar yet with bliss. All things in this fair realm were heavenly strange. In a fleeting gladness of untired delight, in an insistency of magic change. Past vanishing hedges, hurrying hints of age, so they're going. Hedges, fields, mid swift escaping lanes that flayed her feet, so they're moving really very rapidly there. Journeying, she wished no end because it's so lovely, so beautiful. Wished no end, and therefore hurrying. The whole idea is hurrying. It gives the speed of joy, that hurrying. As one through clouds travels upon a mountain ridge and hears rising to him out of hidden depth sound of invisible streams. So you are flying up from above, you are seeing the mountains, the clouds are covering the landscape, but you hear the sound of the streams. You hear sound. So I'm sure Shivandu must have seen this thing, experienced this thing in one of the mountains when he visited those places, maybe Darjeeling, maybe Kashmir, maybe Lonavala in Maharashtra. You are floating above, your train is going through the clouds, the hills, everything is fully covered, and yet you hear the murmuring sound of the waterfalls or the streams. Journeying, he wished no end, as though clouds travel through a mountain rich and hears. So the cloud is really means low cloud. It is passing through the mountain. And here, arising to him out of hidden depths, sound of invisible streams, because the streams are not seen here below. She walked besieged by the illusion of a mystic space. Illusion of a mystic space. A charm of bodiless touches, felt and heard. A sweetness as of voice high and dim, calling like travelers upon seeking wind, melodiously with an alluring cry. So this whole picture is a picture of sound. This whole sentence is focusing on cry, sound, call, sound of invisible streams. As if a music old yet ever new, moving suggestions on her heartstrings dwell, thoughts that no habitation found, yet clung with passionate repetitions to her mind, desires that hurt not, happy only to live always the same and always unfulfilled, sang in the breast like a celestial lyre. So the whole image of sound continues, lyre, music, in both the sentences. Thus, all could last, yet nothing ever be. Yes, this is a lovely world, beautiful world, happy world, melodious world, sweet world, but nothing ever be. In this beauty, as of mind made visible, dressed in its rays of wonder, Satyavan, before us seemed the center of its charm, head of a loveliness of longing dream, and captain of the fancies of her soul. Now the whole spell is cast all around. Indrajal is spread. The black magic is thrown on Savitri as if a kind of magic is thrown on her spell. And therefore, in the spell, what does she see? The wonder of Satyavan. Oh, in his loveliness, in his melodious world, in his beautiful things all around here, my Satyavan, the captain of my life, my ship. So she imagines now, she feels that it is in this ideal world is her true Satyavan. That is a spell which is cast on her. So that is the great thing death has done on Savitri. She has spread such a spell on her that she imagines that this is the most lovely thing, most beautiful thing, and here is my Satyavan. In his beauty as of mind made visible. So she sees now everything becoming clear. Dressed in its rays of wonder, Satyavan before us seemed the center of his charm. He is the focus, he is the center. Everything is here around him. All this beauty is because of him. Before us seemed the center of his charm. Head of her loveliness, of longing dream. Yeah, these are longing dreams. That my Satyavan will be the chief of such a beautiful world, captain. And captain of the fancies of her soul. She is very clear. Would Savitri fall prey to such a spell? He has cast the net. She sees now everything all on it. Vague fields, vague cattle, all those things, etc., etc. Music, everything. And in that, she sees Satyavan standing very prominently, majestically, having full command of things around here. Will Savitri fall a prey to it? That is exactly what Indra does. When the aspiring rishi wants to go to Swarga, to Indra's world, he sends apsaras, damsels. Okay, enjoy them, live here. And then that means the vital spell is so powerful that you are dissuaded from your objective of reaching heaven, of true joy. You are dissuaded here. So here is there's a spell now. And Savitri is kind of being dissuaded to forget about all that she's standing for. She's insisting to have there. In this beauty as of mind made visible, dressed in its rays of wonder, Satyavan before us seemed this. In this beauty as of mind made visible. So basically, this beauty is an ideal. Ideal created by mind. By mind. It is mind which has created this scene around her. It is the illusion of mind. She is imagining it that way. In its beauty as of mind made visible, dressed in its rays of wonder. Of course, they look wonderful, but they are not really wonderful. They are a spell. The way the magic deer had assumed the form to present itself to Sita in the forest. He was very beautiful, very dazzling, very charming creature, jumping merrily from place to place. A kind of a spell was cast on her mind and she lost all her senses. It is beauty as of mind made visible, dressed in its rays of wonder, Satyavan before us seemed the center of its charm, head of a loveliness of longing dreams, and captain of the fancies of her soul. Even the dreadful majesty of death's face, and its somber sadness could not darken nor slay the intangible luster of those fleeting skies. So the spell was so powerful, so thick, so powerful, that even death's face could not suppress it. The shadow of death could not dim it. Somber sadness could not darken nor slay the intangible luster. So it was a really very powerful spell. Now, therefore, because even the dreadful majesty of death's face and its somber shadow could not darken nor slay. Even death's face could not do that. Would that mean that it is death who had cast that spell, which is more powerful than death? Death's shadow could not make it dim, and yet it is there. So, could it be death doing that? You follow the question? No? See, here he says very clearly, it's also beautiful, it's just a lovely, melodious, happy, glad, everything is there. That is a spell. And that spell could not be subdued even by the dark face of death. So if that spell could not be subdued by death, could that spell could be the creation of death? No.
Somebody else.
It has to be somebody else.
Yeah, who?
Who?
I don't know.
Death can intentionally make that.
Who?
Who made that spell then?
Yeah.
The desire of being.
No, there has to be a being making the spell.
It is the mystery of the void. It is that cause, the void.
Sorry?
The void.
Yeah, the void.
From where all this has come up. If death cannot subdue a spell, then it has to be somebody else than death to create a spell. So, when Savitri is going through those regions, she is passing through regions which are created not by death but by somebody else, although death is also passing through them.
But the void is the person.
Yes, it is the void which has created a spell.
But who is the person in the void?
Void. That itself is a personality. Void, that is a difficult thing, but that is what it is.
Void is the person.
See, in fact, he's going to say that. Who is going to do that? He's going to say also the somber shadow, sullen, implacable, made beauty and laughter more imperative. The shadow of the Supreme in the void made beauty and laughter more imperative. Enhanced by his grave, joy grew more bright and dear.
Yeah, now it becomes clearer. Yes.
Because of that grayness all around, it became brighter, it got enhanced, it grew more bright and dear. Enhanced by his grace, see the art of poetry. The correct form would be joy grew brighter and dearer. But then the poet is gone.
So the void is helping her.
A shadow, somber shadow
The somber shadow is helping her.
of the Supreme. It is he who has cast that shadow, that spell.
And the somber shadow is the void.
Yeah, well, you can put it that way.
Void?
Or the person, or one who is there behind the void. Basically, the point is death cannot dim that, darken that spell. So it has been the creation not of death but somebody else who is stronger than death. And that is shadow. Where from it come? The Supreme's own shadow in the void.
Wow. How did you find that out?
How did I find out?
Yeah. I would never thought about this.
But it's there.
The shadow is stronger than the death?
Sure.
The,
Yeah,
sure,
shadow
you
is-
didn't know 1 minute ago, you didn't know.
Shadow is the supreme.
The shadow is stronger than the death.
Yeah, it is he who has cast.
Yeah.
He has created the spell.
Yeah.
You see, the clue is here. It is death who is not going to darken that spell. The clue is here.
That's why days is the like it's
So then who is going to darken that? Who can darken that? Somebody who is more powerful than death. And that is somber shadow. Who is the somber shadow? The Supreme himself who has, yeah,
That's what he said.
yeah, Supreme himself as a shadow in the void. Sullen, implacable, made beauty and laughter more imperative. So we cry, we blame, what kind of God is this? But then it is that God in the form of a shadow here. It is He who has created this thing, maybe for a purpose. For a purpose. Made beauty and laughter more imperative. See?
So actually what it says, the more we are depressed by that void, the more we have to actually make
The
merry
deeper and
laugh
deeper.
and be happy.
The deeper and deeper you go into the void, what you see? The Supreme Himself.
Yeah. But you also gain more dark and more gray, and then you have to be more joyful.
You see another, yeah. Shiva, who is there sitting? What we have seen, four powers, no? The dragon, the sphinx, the knight, and rock, Shiva. Inertia. Who is there? The somber shadow, sullen, implacable. He is not satisfied with whatever you do. He is guarding the void. So, as I was telling you, this line, no? Yeah. Enhanced by his grace, joy grew more bright and dear. That is the perfect poetry. Joy grew brighter and dearer. You'll get 0 marks. Is it true? Yeah. See, for two reasons. For two reasons. Enhanced by his grace, joy grew more bright and dear. See the rhythm. Enhanced, that is the I am, short, long. By his grace, short, long, anapist. Joy grew, spondy, very powerful. Both the words test. More bright. Well, I will not put so much of stress on more. More bright and dear. I am. Now, so that is the meter, very beautiful meter. If you put brighter and dearer, the meter changes. The rhythm changes. The rhythm changes. That is the poetic art. You see, normal English would demand that it should be brighter and not more bright. So, how alert you are to the poetic sense is important, and then you can kind of disregard grammar. Disregard grammar. That is one aspect of the rhythm. The other thing is, say, joy grew brighter and dearer.
It's more flat.
Is very flat. Why it is flat? Because brighter and dearer, both the words are ending with weak accent. Brighter, dearer. I want a powerful end at the end of the line. Emphatic end. Full stress should come on the vowel. On the vowel. So brighter will not do at all. Dearer will not do at all, you see. Because I want at the last syllable to be really stressed syllable. Enhanced by his grace, see, enhanced is an am. By his grace, short, long, is an anabist. Joy grew, both the stress syllables. Spondy, more bright and dear. See, more bright and dear. See, even this construction will not do. Enhanced by his grace, joy grew more bright, more dear. That also won't do. It has to be and. It has to be and. More bright, more dear. Well, I mean, it is possible, but that won't do.
Too sweet. It's too sweet, more bright, more.
Yeah, it's possible, you see, yeah. Enhanced by his grace, joy grew more bright and dear. So the flow is beautiful there, you see. Continue. So these are the undertones of a poetic construction of rhythm. How they flow you can't say, but that is how they come up. Undertones.